Long before the gods of Olympus, before the forbidden gardens of Eden, and before the birth of recorded history, there existed beings who walked the earth not as mere legends, but as architects of our very existence. Creators of civilization, masters of secrets that shaped the course of humanity. Their presence was felt in the stars, their influence woven into the very fabric of time. They were the Anunnaki, the hidden gods who vanished into the shadows of myth, leaving behind a legacy that would alter the fate of mankind forever. In the shadows of human history, hidden beneath layers of time and veiled in myth, there lies a truth so profound that its mere revelation could alter everything we thought we knew about our origins, our purpose, and the very fabric of existence itself. Have you ever wondered if the gods of ancient civilizations were more than just symbolic figures? What if they were real? What if their influence has shaped not just the course of history, but the very essence of who we are today? This is the secret of the Anunnaki, a race of divine beings whose presence spans millennia, whose myths echo through the corridors of Sumerian temples, Babylonian scriptures, and even the Bible itself. Who were they really? And why have their names been suppressed, their knowledge buried, and their story largely forgotten? Some believe the Anunnaki were the gods who created humanity. Others argue they were ancient astronauts, extraterrestrial beings who walked among us, guiding civilizations in ways we cannot fully comprehend. Yet, both these views barely scratch the surface of a truth far more complex and mysterious. In this video, we will embark on a journey into the heart of these enigmatic beings. We will explore the ancient texts and forgotten wisdom that reveal the true nature of the Anunnaki, delving into their origins, their purpose, and the hidden knowledge they left behind. This is not just a tale of gods and myths, it is a story that could hold the key to unlocking humanity's deepest mysteries. But be warned, the deeper we go, the more we will uncover about the unseen forces that shaped our world. What you are about to hear may challenge everything you thought you knew about history, reality, and the spiritual forces that govern our lives. Prepare yourself, for the truth about the Anunnaki is more hidden, and more powerful, than you could ever imagine. The story of the Anunnaki begins in the land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, where the cradle of civilization once stood. Ancient Sumer, the first great human society to rise from the dust of prehistory, gives us the earliest records of these enigmatic beings. In the sacred texts of the Sumerians, tablets inscribed with cuneiform script, there is mention of gods descending from the heavens, beings with knowledge and power far beyond that of mere mortals. These gods were called the Anunnaki. In the Sumerian tradition, the Anunnaki were not just divine figures, but powerful beings who were intimately involved with the creation of life on Earth. The Enuma Elish, the Babylonian creation myth, speaks of their role in the shaping of humanity, recounting a time when the Anunnaki descended to Earth from their celestial home, Nibiru, a distant planet in our solar system, according to some interpretations. Their purpose? To mine precious metals, specifically gold, which was needed to repair the heavens. This task was too laborious for the gods themselves, so they turned to the creation of humans, beings made in their image, to serve as laborers. The concept of the Anunnaki as gods or extraterrestrial visitors is as old as civilization itself. But what does this tell us about the Sumerians? And more importantly, what can we infer about the knowledge they possessed? At the heart of the Anunnaki story lies a deeper, more philosophical question. Why did the ancient Sumerians, and later civilizations such as the Babylonians and Akkadians, invest so much reverence in these beings? Was it a mere reflection of their reverence for deities, or was there something more at play? Were the Anunnaki the manifestation of a profound understanding of the cosmos, a comprehension of forces beyond human grasp, beings who knew the deeper truths of the universe, who brought with them knowledge that transcended the boundaries of time and space? The significance of these beings goes beyond mere myth. The Anunnaki represent a link between the divine and the human, the celestial and the terrestrial. In their stories, there is a reflection of our own desires for knowledge, power, and transcendence. But also, there is an unsettling realization that much of what we know about them has been hidden from the world. Ancient texts, once accessible in the libraries of the great civilizations, have been lost, suppressed, or misunderstood over the centuries. Why? Could it be that the knowledge of the Anunnaki, and their true role in the creation and evolution of humanity, has been deliberately concealed? Was the suppression of this knowledge part of a greater agenda? And what might happen if we were to unravel the threads of these ancient secrets, to bring to light what has been buried for millennia? These are the questions that echo through the annals of history. They are the mysteries that beckon to us from the depths of the past, urging us to explore what was lost, to seek what was hidden. And as we move forward, we will begin to peel back the layers of this ancient enigma, diving deeper into the truth of who the Anunnaki were and what they truly represent. To truly understand the Anunnaki, we must begin by confronting the central mystery that surrounds them. Who were they really? Were they gods, as ancient Sumerian texts suggest? Were they extraterrestrials, as some modern theorists claim? Or, perhaps, were they something else entirely, beings whose true nature eludes conventional understanding? The word Anunnaki itself offers some clues. In Sumerian, it translates roughly to those who came from the heavens, or offspring of Anu. Anu, the sky god in Sumerian mythology, was considered the supreme deity, the father of all gods. The Anunnaki were his children, but their role in human affairs went beyond mere divine governance. According to the Enuma Elish, they were responsible for the creation of humanity, molded from clay to serve as laborers for the gods. But this creation myth is more than just a tale of divine intervention. It hints at a deeper truth, one that links humanity's origins to an otherworldly source. If we consider the Anunnaki as extraterrestrial beings, the theory that they came from Nibiru, a distant planet that allegedly enters our solar system in an elliptical orbit, gains traction. Nibiru is a planet described in various ancient texts, and its proposed return has been a subject of both fascination and fear. Could the Anunnaki have originated from such a place, traveling to Earth in a time long before human civilization began? This theory, first popularized by Zecharia Sitchin in his book The 12th Planet, suggests that the Anunnaki were ancient astronauts, highly advanced beings who visited Earth and interacted with early human societies. But what purpose did they serve? Why would these otherworldly visitors take such an interest in humanity? To answer this, we must look deeper into the concept of creation in ancient thought. In many cultures, gods or divine beings were seen as architects of life. However, the Anunnaki's creation of humanity was not one of love or divine whim, but of necessity, a way to alleviate their laborious tasks of mining and resource extraction. The notion that the Anunnaki genetically engineered humanity as a slave race is a concept that disturbs many, yet it is woven throughout the Sumerian texts. The Anunnaki were said to have manipulated the genetic material of early hominids to create a being capable of doing their bidding. But this raises another question. if the Anunnaki were indeed extraterrestrial, did they simply create us to work for them, or was there a greater, more complex purpose behind their interference in our evolution? Here lies one of the greatest mysteries of all, the true purpose of humanity's creation. Were we meant to serve as mere tools for their labor, or were we meant to evolve into something far greater, perhaps even surpassing our creators in knowledge and power? To understand this, we must look at the profound wisdom embedded in the Anunnaki myths. In Sumerian thought, gods were not just omnipotent figures, they were beings of immense knowledge, wisdom, and technological prowess. If the Anunnaki were extraterrestrial, their understanding of the cosmos would have been far beyond what ancient humans could comprehend. But what if they weren't merely superior beings, but carriers of a higher knowledge, beings who understood the hidden laws of the universe, the principles of energy, matter, and spirit that govern all things? Perhaps the Anunnaki weren't just creators in the physical sense, they were the bringers of knowledge. This is where their true significance lies. According to some esoteric interpretations, the Anunnaki were not only responsible for the creation of humanity but also for the initiation of ancient knowledge, knowledge about the stars, the earth, and the hidden forces that shape our reality. They may have shared this knowledge with early human civilizations, offering the keys to understand the cosmos, to harness the forces of nature, and to manipulate the very fabric of existence. But as time passed, much of this wisdom was lost, obscured by millennia of cultural changes, wars, and religious transformations. The stories of the Anunnaki became mythologized, their true nature obscured by layers of symbolism and allegory. Was their knowledge suppressed to maintain control over humanity, or was it simply forgotten as the human race evolved and turned away from the mysteries of the ancient world? These questions remain unanswered, but the clues are hidden in plain sight, in the ancient tablets of Sumer, in the stories of the gods, and in the very fabric of our collective consciousness. The Anunnaki may have played a role in shaping human history, but they also offer us a gateway to a deeper understanding of who we are and where we come from. As we delve deeper into the mystery of the Anunnaki, we are faced with more questions than answers, questions that challenge our very understanding of history, spirituality, and the nature of reality itself. To truly grasp the significance of these beings, we must venture beyond the surface of the myths and begin to unravel the hidden truths that lie beneath. One of the most compelling aspects of the Anunnaki story is the paradox that surrounds their intentions. On one hand, they are depicted as creators, bestowing humanity with the gift of life, knowledge, and civilization. On the other hand, their creation of humans seems to serve a more utilitarian purpose, to mine gold and perform menial labor. This duality, divine creators and exploiters, suggests a deeper, more complex relationship between the Anunnaki and humanity. Were the Anunnaki benevolent gods, or were they masters who sought to enslave the very beings they created? This question leads us to another hidden truth about the Anunnaki, their role in the development of ancient technologies. According to the ancient Sumerian texts, the Anunnaki shared their advanced knowledge with the humans they created. But this knowledge was not simply limited to agricultural or architectural wisdom, it extended into the realms of science, mathematics, astronomy, and even alchemy. The Sumerians, under the guidance of the Anunnaki, developed a sophisticated understanding of the cosmos, mapping the stars with remarkable precision and developing a system of writing that would lay the foundation for future civilizations. One of the most profound gifts the Anunnaki are said to have given humanity is the knowledge of the ziggurat, massive stepped pyramids that served as temples to the gods. These structures were not just places of worship, but also centers of learning, where the secrets of the universe were passed down through generations. The ziggurats were aligned with the stars, their designs based on advanced astronomical calculations that far exceeded what we would expect from a Bronze Age civilization. Could it be that the Anunnaki shared these secrets of the cosmos with the Sumerians, imparting knowledge that was far ahead of its time? Moreover, the Anunnaki's teachings weren't limited to physical knowledge. Esoteric traditions suggest that they also possessed deep spiritual wisdom that could awaken the dormant potential within humanity. The Anunnaki, it is said, knew the true nature of the soul, the relationship between the physical and spiritual realms, and the hidden laws that govern existence. This knowledge was passed down to humanity in coded form, often concealed in myths, symbols, and allegories. These teachings, however, were not for everyone. Only the chosen few, priests, shamans, and initiates, were allowed access to the deeper layers of this knowledge. But as the centuries passed, the original teachings of the Anunnaki became distorted. Their wisdom was twisted, misinterpreted, and, in some cases, deliberately hidden from the masses. The rise of monotheistic religions, the conquest of the ancient world by foreign empires, and the decline of the great Sumerian civilization all contributed to the loss of this sacred knowledge. The Anunnaki, once revered as gods, became nothing more than forgotten figures in the dust of history. Yet, despite this loss, traces of their wisdom remain. The ancient Egyptians, the Babylonians, the Greeks, all inherited pieces of the Anunnaki legacy. From the pyramids of Giza to the temples of Babylon, the influence of these ancient beings can still be felt today. Even modern science, with its exploration of genetics, space, and consciousness, seems to be rediscovering the very truths that the Anunnaki once imparted to humanity. But here's the key: while the mainstream world continues to view the Anunnaki as mere myth, there are those who believe that their influence is far from over. Some say that we are on the verge of a new awakening, a time when the true knowledge of the Anunnaki will once again be revealed. This may come through the discovery of ancient texts, new archaeological findings, or even through a profound shift in human consciousness. The question, then, is not whether the Anunnaki were real, but what their presence in our history truly means. Were they ancient gods who descended from the heavens to guide us? Were they extraterrestrials who genetically engineered humanity? Or were they something far more complex, beings who brought with them hidden knowledge that could alter the course of human evolution? In exploring these questions, we are forced to confront our own assumptions about the nature of reality, the limits of human potential, and the mysteries of the universe. And as we continue to probe the hidden depths of the Anunnaki mystery, we come ever closer to understanding the true nature of our own existence. Now that we've explored the origins and mysterious influence of the Anunnaki, we come to perhaps the most important question: what does their legacy mean for us today? How can we take the hidden wisdom of these ancient beings and apply it to our lives, not just to unlock the mysteries of the past, but to transform our present and future? The truth about the Anunnaki is not confined to myths and ancient texts. It has the potential to reshape how we view ourselves, our consciousness, and our place in the cosmos. If the Anunnaki were indeed carriers of profound knowledge, then their teachings could help us tap into a deeper understanding of reality, guiding us toward greater spiritual awakening, mental clarity, and even technological advancement. Here are several practical ways you can begin to engage with the legacy of the Anunnaki and apply their wisdom to your life. Awaken your inner knowledge. According to esoteric traditions, the true knowledge of the Anunnaki wasn't just about external power or control, but about awakening the latent potential within each human being. The Anunnaki, in their wisdom, are said to have understood the dormant abilities of the human mind and spirit. To access this hidden knowledge, one must embark on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual development. Begin by meditating on the deeper aspects of your existence. Focus on your connection to the cosmos, the earth, and your inner self. Through regular meditation and introspection, you may begin to unlock deeper layers of understanding and insight that have been buried under the surface of your consciousness. Study the stars. One of the key teachings attributed to the Anunnaki was their profound knowledge of the stars and the cosmic order. The Sumerians, under their guidance, created intricate star maps and had an advanced understanding of astronomy. Today, we too can tap into this knowledge. By studying the stars, learning about astrology, and aligning ourselves with the celestial cycles, we can better understand our place in the universe and the energetic forces that influence our lives. Consider exploring astrology, not as a form of fortune-telling, but as a way to gain insight into your spiritual path and the cycles of your life. Harness the power of sacred geometry. The Anunnaki were said to have imparted sacred knowledge about the underlying geometry of the universe, the patterns and structures that form the foundation of all life. Sacred geometry can be found in the design of ancient temples, such as the ziggurats, and in the layout of cities and pyramids. It can also be seen in the natural world, from the shapes of plants to the arrangement of galaxies. You can begin to integrate sacred geometry into your life by studying its principles and recognizing the patterns that govern both the physical and metaphysical realms. Practicing geometric meditations, working with symbols like the flower of life, or incorporating sacred geometry into your environment may help align you with the deeper forces of the universe. Embrace ancient knowledge and technology. While the Anunnaki may have brought advanced technologies to ancient civilizations, we too can unlock the power of these ancient systems. Many of the innovations attributed to the Anunnaki, such as advanced knowledge of metallurgy, architecture, and energy, still hold value today. Investigate the ancient technologies of civilizations like the Sumerians, Egyptians, and Babylonians, and consider how we might reintroduce some of these forgotten principles into modern life. Whether it's sustainable building practices, alternative energy sources, or healing techniques rooted in ancient knowledge, there is much to learn from the technological advancements of the past. The practice of alchemy, both as a spiritual and physical practice, is deeply connected to the wisdom of the Anunnaki. Alchemists believed in the transformation of the self, turning the base nature of the human soul into something purer, more enlightened. This idea mirrors the ancient knowledge imparted by the Anunnaki, who were said to have understood the hidden forces of transformation in both the physical and spiritual realms. To apply this, consider starting an alchemical practice in your life, whether through personal transformation, exploring the mysteries of the elements, earth, water, air, fire, or engaging in practices such as inner alchemy or even herbalism and energy work. Exploring consciousness and dimensions. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Anunnaki's teachings lies in their understanding of consciousness and the dimensions of existence. If they were indeed from another planet or dimension, their perception of reality would have been vastly different from ours. We, too, have the potential to explore expanded states of consciousness. Through practices like lucid dreaming, astral projection, or deep meditation, we can learn to navigate the unseen realms. Studying the writings of mystics, shamans, and sages throughout history may offer insights into how these altered states of perception can lead to deeper wisdom and a greater connection to the cosmic order. Reclaiming lost knowledge, the Anunnaki, according to some interpretations, were instrumental in passing down a deeper understanding of the universe to humanity. However, much of this knowledge has been lost or obscured over time. In our modern age, we are seeing a resurgence of interest in ancient wisdom, from sacred texts to forgotten practices. Begin your journey of reclaiming lost knowledge by exploring the ancient mysteries through texts like the Emerald Tablets, the Sumerian Tablets, and other esoteric works. Seek out hidden teachings, and engage with like-minded individuals who are dedicated to uncovering the truths of the ancient world. By engaging with these practices, you open yourself to the potential of rediscovering the hidden truths of the Anunnaki. Whether their influence was extraterrestrial, divine, or a fusion of both, their legacy is one of profound wisdom, ancient knowledge, and transformative power. Through meditation, study, and conscious practice, we too can unlock the doors to greater understanding, connecting with the deeper mysteries of our existence and the cosmos. As we reach the end of our journey into the mystery of the Anunnaki, one thing becomes abundantly clear: the secrets of the past are never truly gone. They lie hidden, waiting to be uncovered, waiting for those brave enough to question the narrative we've been given, to seek the deeper truths that have always been right beneath the surface. The Anunnaki, whether gods, extraterrestrials, or ancient beings with knowledge far beyond our own, offer us a profound insight into the nature of humanity. They are not merely figures of myth, they are archetypes, reflections of the higher potential within each of us. The knowledge they brought, the wisdom they imparted, is a reminder that we, too, possess untapped potential. Just as they were said to have shaped the course of human history, we now have the opportunity to shape our own destiny by rediscovering and applying the lost wisdom of the ancients. But why is this knowledge hidden? Why has it been suppressed or forgotten? Is it because humanity is not yet ready to wield it? Or is it a test, one that challenges us to transcend the limitations of our current understanding and rise to meet our true potential? The questions remain unanswered, but the quest to find the truth is as important as the truth itself. As you move forward from this exploration, remember that the wisdom of the Anunnaki is not something to be simply learned, it must be embodied. It is a call to action, a call to go deeper into the mysteries of your own existence and to embrace the hidden knowledge that lies within the universe and within you. We are all connected to something much greater than ourselves, and through the practices and teachings outlined in this video, you can begin to unlock the doors to that hidden world. The Anunnaki may have come to Earth long ago, but their legacy is not confined to the past. It is alive within each of us, waiting to be remembered. So, I leave you with a question to ponder. What would happen if you dared to embrace the knowledge of the Anunnaki? What truths would you uncover about your own potential, your connection to the cosmos, and the hidden forces that govern your life? The answers lie within the mysteries that have been passed down through the ages, waiting for the right moment to be revealed. If this journey into the hidden world of the Anunnaki has intrigued you, I encourage you to continue exploring, to dive deeper into the ancient wisdom that has shaped our world. Let your curiosity guide you. The path of discovery is endless. And as always, don't forget to share your thoughts, questions, or reflections in the comments below. This is just the beginning. Together, we'll continue to unravel the mysteries of the ancient world and unlock the hidden truths that await.